Hey, how's it going, Alexander? This is a demo video for you for your Skinny Flex from 89 Sabers. I wrapped this up this afternoon. It is installed with a Proffie. It's a 2-button setup, so what I did was I made your clamp switch right here, your power. You just flip it back. It doesn't have very much travel at all, but hopefully you can hear it clicking there. That's your power. And then up here is your auxiliary switch. All right, so that's what we'll use for auxiliary. You've got the stock V3 NPXL in here that you asked me for. This is your blade retention screw right here, so we'll go over that here in a second. And then how to get to your chassis, you just want to unscrew the handle. This is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, so I'll do my best to wipe it off before I send it out. But when you take this handle off, a few threads, it is a very tight fit, but it goes on. This is what your chassis looks like right here. We'll focus in. So it says Anakin over there in Airbrush. Solo Sabers over here for me. You have a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker, a removable battery setup right here, and then of course your Proffie board here, and I got all the sound fonts on here that you sent me. So easy access to your SD card and your micro USB without moving the board, and then a copy of the config file that I made for this guy is on the SD card as well. All right. The reason that this chassis changes diameter right here, so it goes from here and then it drops to a 1.1 inch right here, is because when you look inside this handle, you might be able to see that ring. That ring right there was left, I'm just assuming, so that there was a little bit more meat for this Covertech to screw into. All right, so that means I had to drop the chassis down to fit in there, but no biggie, it does fit. We'll take a battery and throw it in. Spring size your negative.
Thank you, my master.
Snaps in there nice and tight, and then you can just go ahead and put your handle right on. All right. So like I said, it is a tight fit. Just take your time. As you do this more and more, the chassis will work itself in, and it will be a little bit easier. But right now, it's like a fresh install. All right. So it is pretty tight, but everything fits no problem. Lock it all the way down. Come over here and just tap the gold switch back. Your LEDs in there are firing up. Auxiliary up here. There's a little bit more travel in this button than I would have liked to have seen, but that's just the way that the Saber is set up. And that's something I couldn't help. All right, but it's fine. Just go ahead and press it to go to the next sound font. We'll throw a blade in here. This takes a 7/8 inch diameter blade, so we need to back this retention screw out of the blade socket so we can put our blade in there. Slide it all the way down, and then we'll lock it down. You will need to lock your blade down. So we'll lock it down like that. Come over here and turn it on again. Blaster bolt deflex is just tapping on the auxiliary switch. Blade lockup is holding the auxiliary switch down and hitting the Saber. See it right here. Playing your soundtrack is a long press on the power when the Saber's off. And another long press to turn it off. Just like that. We'll go to another one.
Disgraceful.
You got the dual package from Chirophonic. This has both the Ronin and the Bandit sound fonts.
Just a simple wonder.
TFA. Sounds really good.
Anakin.
Although I didn't play them on each sound font, every one of your fonts has a soundtrack. All right. Just like that. We'll go ahead and take the blade out of this guy and go over taking the battery out, which is really easy to do. Just slide that right out. And then you will want to lock this up. It serves as two purposes, really. It's a blade retention, yes, but it also helps tighten the shroud to the inner core. So you'll want to make sure that when you're not using that guy, keep it tight. All right. And we'll just go ahead and take our handle off. And it should unscrew and slide right off on you. And then you can come over here from the positive side of the speaker, of the battery by the speaker, and pop it out with your finger just like that. And that's basically your Skinny Flex from 89 Sabers. Let me know if you got any questions, and I'll try to get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks, man.